Today on CityCast Nashville, it's February, which means we need to talk about summer camps before it's too late. If you're not a parent, you might be wondering why the urgency. We haven't even packed away coats yet. Why are we talking about summer? Well, this isn't the sleepaway camp you remember from your youth. The camps we're talking about today are a critical source of childcare that fills the gap between school semesters. And here in Nashville, they'll fill up by the end of this month. I'm chatting with parenting influencer Kelly Davis, the mom behind Freckled Face Adventures, to get the scoop on the best summer camps in Nashville and how to find the perfect ones for your kids. It's Thursday, February 6th. I'm Margaret Kingsbury, and this is what Nashville's talking about. Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, I want to start by describing what exactly is a summer camp, because before I had a child, I thought summer camps only meant like those week-long 4-H camps that you go and live in a cabin for a week.
Which were phenomenal.
Yes, I agree. But I have since learned as a parent that summer camps encompass a lot more than that. So can you define what a summer camp is?
Oh, that's a great question. Summer camp is the experiences you cultivate from the end of the school year to the beginning of the next school year. And that broad definition kind of encompasses all the many different variations that a summer camp can take. It can be all day, it can be half day, it can be just a few hours. It can be athletic, academic, equestrian even, it can be culinary. They go all the way down to like 18 months now is the earliest that I've seen camps being offered, all the way up to high school enrichment camps. So it is a very broad definition, but it's because there's a lot of different categories offered. And it's mostly to just not only just fill that time, but fulfill the full potential of time between school years.
And I know as a parent, it can be really hard when the school year ends and I don't have any childcare. So trying to fill those hours is much needed.
Which summer camp helps, but not completely with. It's like an answer to 70% of that childcare problem. And you and I had referenced this with the hours that summer camp keeps. It's helpful for the vast majority of time, but not quite all the time that you need it. And even the weeks offered, it's almost all the weeks you need, but not quite. So it's both a blessing and a curse sometimes.
Yeah, trying to manage the schedule because you pay for all these different week-long summer camps and you have to combine them all and figure out before and after care and everything like that.
If you have a child who's 4 or like 5 and under, most of their camps end up being half-day options, just thinking that those children are still using nap times or things like that. But that doesn't work for every parent. It doesn't work for every family. Then you have to layer on different camps to kind of hodgepodge together your summer plans.
Yeah, and that can be very complicated.
Yes.
How fast do these summer camps fill up?
Faster than they should. Faster than even surprises me every year. And I'm on top of it. We're trying, my team at Freckled Face Adventures, we publish a summer camp guide every year, and we're actively researching, pulling information each year, and yet still we feel like we're behind the curve. So we generally publish our guide the last week in January, and at that point there are a few camps who are already sold out and have their wait lists completely full. In Nashville, if you're wanting to register for summer camps, you need to be on the game by February, no later than that. I generally think if you've waited until spring break, you're going to have a harder time finding options. It's not impossible. Like the Parks and Recs departments generally open up around springtime, and those are great summer camps, but you're also going to be fighting with all the other parents to register at that point. Private camps are going to be pretty much all full by spring break. So you want to be developing your plan around the holidays, as crazy as that sounds. Start enacting it in January and hopefully be done by February.
And that is so stressful.
Yes,
that is so stressful.
Nothing says Merry Christmas like planning your summer camp plans at the same time.
Yeah. And two, like last year, I had planned some summer camps and my kid kept getting sick, so we'd have to cancel the summer camp. So it's also just frustrating from a parental perspective to be paying for these things and then experience sickness. Like things change so much when you have a kid from week to week.
I would interject here and just recommend for parents in the area to have your your A plan and then a backup B plan as well. And the A plan is the one that you're getting on the ball to register for in advance. You're making sure that you've crossed all your T's, dotted all the I's for. But then your B plan is the businesses, the camps that allow for a single day option. What if something happens? What if one kid is sick and not the other one? How will I handle just a random day when I need childcare? And there are a lot of businesses, I think particularly gymnastics studios or gymnasiums are really great for this sort of thing, like Shining Light or Let It Shine. They do single day options where you can pay for a 1 day camp. And they actually offer those throughout the school year too. So if there's inclement weather or something else happening or random school closure, they will offer those to parents. So having a backup plan that's similar will be very, very helpful.
That's a great idea that I had not thought of. I'm already thinking you're saying these things, and now I'm thinking of my own backup plan.
Yes. Believe me, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I think mine will be Fun Company, which is the YMCA's aftercare program for Metro Nashville public school students. And they also have 1 day. And rarely do they fill up. I'm not sure why, but they usually don't fill up like the other camps do.
The YMCA is amazing. In Williamson County, the school-age children can do the SAC company as well, the after-school program, and they'll run it through the summer. But those generally do fill up, so you just want to make sure that you kind of have an idea of where your particular school location falls in that registration window.
Yeah, that makes sense. So why do so many camps have half days or run 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. when so many parents are working? Do you know?
That's a great question. I wish I had an answer for you. I think this is going to be one of the world's greatest mysteries. I assume the camps are trying to follow the school schedule as well. Like most elementary school students will be going from a 9 a.m. or an 8:30 a.m. start time to a 2 to 3 p.m. ending, like dismissal. And so they're following those same kind of hourly schedules. Maybe they're taking into consideration thinking that parents would have had a before school and after school plan for the school year. So therefore, they probably already have it established for the summer as well. If we can put out a public service announcement to camps through this podcast,
Yes.
I would like to submit on behalf of all Nashville area families that we do not have a plan for before school and after school care during the summer. We would really like for the summer camps to just rise up and take that on, please.
Yes, please. And most schools in Metro Nashville, it's 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then they have after school there. And then they also offer bused after school programs. So
that's nice.
Like Boost Gymnastics or places like that will bus you to their location for after school. So that's not available at these after school programs.
It's so true. And it makes it tricky. Yeah. Now, on the Freckleface Adventures Camp Guide, we do have a specific category and tab on the spreadsheet that lets you filter for summer camps that have particularly AM or PM extended options. So it's there. You can find them, but they're not as plentiful as just your regular 9 to 3, 8 to 3 options.
So what are some camps that you know of that have those before and after care options?
Okay, I have a grand total of 30 camps in the Nashville area that offer before and after hours care. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's both. It's just either or. So the pickings are slim.
That makes me want to cry.
Yes, it's not very many. There's definitely room in the market for more of these. Generally, you're going to do very well if you're looking at a county's Parks and Recs department. So Williamson County, Rutherford County, Metro Nashville, they're all going to have camps that offer extended care options. Also, ones like gymnasiums, they're famous for offering those. Impact Sports, Let It Shine, Shining Light, those often have extended care options. Then museums as well, like Adventure Science Center, Discovery Science Center, those have them. Lifetime Fitness, so some of the actual like adult gyms, workout gyms, they have options as well for children during the summer. Also MTSU, Lucky Lad Farms, Franklin Road Academy, Innsworth, all of these offer in some format an extended care option for families.
Okay, cool. But boy, those 30 options are going to fill up fast.
Yes, I have just over 110 camps listed on this spreadsheet, and only 30 of them have extended care.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that they will all 30 be in your area. This is for the greater Middle Tennessee, Nashville kind of region. So that takes in count everywhere from Fairview down to Murfreesboro, and the same on the other diagonal, Hendersonville down to Spring Hill. There are just 30 camps that I have found that offer extended care.
That's not great.
If you would like a business plan, something that you know will help you strike it rich in Nashville, just offer extended care options during the summer.
Yes, that would be excellent.
Yeah.
What should parents think about when choosing a summer camp for their kids?
You want to make sure that it's something that is feasible for your family first. There are a lot of wonderful camps offered across the Nashville area, but remembering that we're all going to be traveling to camps around the same time. All parents are going to be driving at the same time for drop off and for pickup. As we've established, there aren't that many varying options for a schedule. So make sure it's close by, making sure that it aligns with your child's interests, that they have a great camp counselor to child ratio. They're going to keep it low. They have trained staff. Looking for high turnover rates for camp counselors. Our favorite summer camps and our family are the ones that keep camp counselors year to year. They've had the same camp counselors 3, 4, 5 years in a row. And that tells me that they really value their staff. Their staff is highly trained. They know what's going on. I can feel safe about dropping off my child. I also like to see that they have a trained nurse, not necessarily a registered nurse, but somebody who's fulfilling that role, that capacity, who can take on if there are any injuries or homesickness, even, that they have somebody who is available to care, give some extra special care and attention. And then for me, in my family, I am known for raising spicy children. They come with a lot of personality. And I look for a camp that is familiar with big feeling children, that's not scared of them, and is willing to be accommodating for us. So they have a plan in place for if one of my children has the blues, gets homesick, they just need a little special attention, and being able to engage them in thoughtful ways. That's what I'm looking for.
How do you find that kind of stuff out?
Through me. No.
Okay, I'm going to start DMing you.
Yes, I get a lot of DMs about this. Do you know somewhere in this area that's very good for spicy children, for children with big feelings? But really and truly, it's the recommendations of other families. That's where you're going to get your most trusted information. I have a similar child and we've been here. We trust this facility, because you don't know until you try it, right? It could be the most perfect location for most everybody else. But if you have a big feeling child, you know that the ball game's completely different. You need to have an extra dosage of patience and kindness. So I think families give the very best recommendations for those things. And if all else fails, Google reviews, Yelp reviews, you can generally find parents on there that are giving good and helpful advice. I will just caution you that online feedback is generally the place only negative parents go. Very rarely do positive reviews get left. So just take it with a grain of salt. And then your neighborhood Facebook pages, even, those will have parents that are in your same area looking for similar care. So you can pretty much trust their advice as well.
Yeah, I will often look at like the Nashville Moms group.
Yes, love Nashville Moms.
Yes, and see.
I'm not even in Nashville proper, and I still ask questions in the Nashville Moms group.
Yeah, they're so helpful. All right, let's have a recommendation speed round. So I'm going to give you topics for camps or kids' interests, and you give me a recommendation.
I'm a little nervous. Go easy on me.
Most affordable summer camps.
Summer camps that offer specifically sibling discounts and financial aid or financial assistance will be places that have memberships like Cheekwood, the Nashville Zoo. I also know that Let It Shine and Shining Light do sibling discounts. Deer Run offers scholarships and assistance as well as a sibling discount. And the YMCA.
Yes, the YMCA one is pretty inexpensive too. So
yeah, it's very affordable.
Yeah. Camp Rex for artsy kids.
Tea and Art Yard, definitely. Little Art House is another one. And actually, for artsy, I think that's pretty much it. Tea and Art Yard offers camps across the Nashville area, Spring Hill, Hendersonville, and Franklin Cool Springs area, I know for sure. And then Little Art House has multiple locations, mostly located within Nashville proper.
How about STEM camps?
Okay, for STEM camps, favorite ones would be Mr. Bond's Science Guys, which offers camps all throughout the Nashville area. They will often pick public venues like libraries or recreational facilities. You have the Robotics Institute in Franklin, Code Ninja in Franklin area, Adventure Science Center, and the Discovery Center. They all have great STEM camps.
Theater camps.
Okay, for theater camps, you have a lot of different options. You have the Act Two Players in Franklin, Acting All Around in Nolensville. You have Concordia Arts Academy, which has various different camp locations, mostly in the Thompson Station area. And then also you have some theater camps offered through like the National Children's Theater, obviously. Love them. Nashville Shakes, Out of the Box Children's Theater. I think Roots Academy does a few like musical theater as well as Haven Dance. And then Stage Right Dance Studio will have performing arts in general for their summer camps.
I'm going to add with the Nashville Children's Theater, I noticed they had before and after care wrapped up in the price of their summer camp. So
I love Nashville Children's Theater.
yeah, they're great.
Did you know that they are a 501c3?
I did.
I love that about them. Their whole mission, everything about them, I'm just in love with.
Yeah. How about dance camps?
A lot of the ones that I just mentioned for performing arts in general, they're going to have like musical theater as well. Ann Carroll School of Dance, Concordia Arts Academy will have some dance ones, Heritage Dance Academy of Bellevue, Haven Dance, His Town Dance, and Roots Academy, as well as Stage Right Dance Studio. Those will all have dance camps for children across the Nashville area.
How about sports camps?
You've got dozens of options. Boost Gymnastics, Dragon Martial Arts, which is in Murfreesboro, ETC Gymnastics in Murfreesboro, and they have a location in Smyrna as well. Flip for Function in Franklin. And I want to kind of put a little note in here. A lot of parents think that Flip for Function only serves students or children that have disabilities or need accommodations. And while they are an inclusive facility and highly trained staff members, they also serve the general population. So children of all walks and abilities and ages and interests can go to Flip for Function. So love them. The Ford ice figure skating and hockey programs are wonderful. Fortified Fitness in Murfreesboro, Gabby's Gymnastics School in Nashville. We have Sailing Camp, Hayden Beach Academy. We'll have lots of volleyball, I-9 sports, Live Wire Athletics, LPG Sports. They do a ton of different athletic sport camps for children of all ages, from teeny tiny tots all the way up to more skilled athletes. Magnitude Gymnastics, MTSU has several athletic camps, Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville, Impact Sports, OTW Obstacle Academy all the way down in Lewisburg, Scott's All-Star Summer Camp in Antioch, National Gymnastics Training Center, Summit Sports in Nolensville, Williamson County Raptors in Spring Hill. The list goes on and on.
Wow, that's epic, actually. How about half-day camps?
Okay, these camps have hours that are half day or less. So it could be AM, it could be PM, or just for a small chunk of the day. Curry Ingram, Elevate Enrichment, Fortified Fitness, Haven Dance. There's also a handwriting tutoring camp, which I love. We've gone there several times. It's in Mount Juliet. When you think about a handwriting camp, you're like, what is that going to be like? It's phenomenal. She does amazing work. His Town Dance, Hayden Beach Academy, Musical Bridges, My Gym in Brentwood, Nashville Shakes, Out of the Box Children's Theater, The Curious Kitchen in Murfreesboro, TN Art Yard, and Wonder Kids in Gallatin all have half-day options.
I'm going to have one more question for the lightning round. Accessible camps for disabled kids.
Great question. Flip for Function is one that I love. Curry Ingram has camps for sure. And then SAC would probably be a great option for families as well in the Williamson County area, because they take the student population from those schools and can serve them with all of the same accessibilities. I think those are my best options. I do want to very quickly put in a word for a camp that's just north of us in Kentucky called the Center for Courageous Kids. And their camp is completely funded through donors for children that have life-altering illnesses and need special accommodations at camp. And I love that they offer this camp to children and their families free of cost. So a way for them to make the most amazing summer memories, and for it to not be so stressful for families in planning them.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we miss any that deserve a shout out?
This is just a personal note, one that I love. Willow Springs Camp, this will be their third year. So it's a brand new camp in the realm of Nashville camps. But it's run by a camp director who is from the Nashville area and ran a camp for many, many years. And you want to talk about a camp that is amazing for children with big feelings? They're just phenomenal. I could not speak more highly of them. So if you are in the Franklin, Brentwood area and you're looking for a camp that does really well with first-time campers or big feeling campers, Willow Springs is amazing.
I've heard of that one before. I'm going to have to check that one out more.
They're great. I love each of their camp counselors does a phenomenal job. And then just the program itself is very well run. It's like a well-oiled machine. Everybody knows all of the campers by face, by name before they even show up. Like they just do a great job prepping everyone.
How can listeners find your spreadsheet?
The Freckle-Faced Adventures Summer Camp Guide for 2025 is out now. You can find it by Google searching frecklefacedadventures.com and then go underneath the resources tab and look for our guides.
Awesome. Thank you. Before we go, what's your favorite summer camp memory?
My favorite summer camp memory? This is going to be kind of a Debbie Downer moment, but I didn't get to go to summer camp.
Yeah, I don't think it was a thing when we were kids.
No, the child in the 90s, my summer camp was outside in my backyard with a garden hose. That's what we did over the summers.
Yep.
Now, I had a lot of wonderful summer memories, and I had friends that had a farm with a creek, and we would play all summer long in the creek. But we didn't go to an actual summer camp, which I think is actually a good segue to reminding parents that it doesn't have to be an elaborate plan to be a good summer. Maybe you just sprinkle in a few enrichment classes, a few half-day options, or even the public library system in both Williamson County and Davidson County is phenomenal at having summer enrichment things. Yes, absolutely free. You can see a ventriloquist. You can see magicians. You have great story times with puppets. They have dancers. They have even baby kangaroos come and visit at the Brentwood Library. So you can make a magical summer for absolutely nothing and fill it with all sorts of wonderful days inside and outside with your kids. So don't feel stressed.
I absolutely agree with that. Thank you so much for coming on, Kelly, and good luck to all the parents listening. I hope you find the perfect summer camp for your kids. That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. One more thing I forgot to mention. Metro Nashville Public Schools has a month-long summer camp called Promising Scholars that provides bus transportation, and it's free. But it's only in June, and you have to be a current student to attend. You can find Kelly's summer school spreadsheet with all the options we talked about today on her website at frecklefacedadventures.com. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye!